Phil and Chloe, hello. It's so nice to see you. How are you feeling? Tomorrow's the big day.
I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You excited?
Yeah, excited.
I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Well, it's to be expected, isn't it? I guess you've been thinking so much about it over the last couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, I mean, we still got the cake to sort out. There was a problem with the cake, and there's flights that have been missed, and all sorts of things happening at the moment. And I don't know what's going to happen with Rose tomorrow because, I don't know. She's got a fever, and so
she will. Let's just remember. We need to take that into account. Actually, if she is sick, we did have it planned that she would be walking up. So let's talk about that in a bit. But I just want to pick up. Has missed a flight. Is this your auntie, Pierre?
Yeah, my auntie. Yeah.
Because she's quite aged.
She's quite old, so she'll probably need get a wheelchair on off the plane as well. So it's a little bit concerning.
Do you think she'll make it in time for the wedding?
I'm kind of hoping, but I guess we could always have a plan B.
She's going to be exhausted anyway.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Even if she does make it on time, exhausted. She's old, Big jet lag. She's going all the way from England. So.
Yeah. I'm all worried about Uncle Donald actually. If he gets hold of the sherry, that he's going to cause chaos.
That's what he does.
We're not having sherry though.
Well, we're not.
No,
we're
having champagne when people arrive, not
Oh,
sherry.
okay. Yeah, we'll see how he does.
Well, champagne.
Yeah. And as the mums, maybe that's part of how you could help Chloe and Phil actually is to kind of look after Uncle Donald and maybe keep him away from the champagne or sherry. Whose side of your side? So,
but I'm thinking I could actually. I'm happy to look after. I reckon we could hook him up with Auntie Kathy.
Oh yes, that would be great. Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Plan.
I think that's a disaster, but
It's a recipe for something.
But seriously, is there an issue with Donald or?
Well, there's always been an issue with Donald, but I mean, how much time we got?
Well, you are getting married tomorrow.
Yeah. So just got the fingers crossed and just see if it all goes good. So.
Yeah, he did, of course, have it at his sister's wedding. That was
every Christmas since I was about 5.
Okay. So you're comfortable?
I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Yes, we've done this before.
All right. Okay.
Family events, and we can get through it.
Perhaps before the wedding, could you just come and give me a bit of a nod as to who he is, so that I can just keep an eye on him?
I will.
And we can keep that communication open.
But you do security as well as being a celebrant?
No, it just helps me in facilitating the crowd if I know that there's someone in particular that's a little challenging.
Well, hopefully he's fine until he's had the sherry.
The sherries.
So hopefully you'll keep him off until after the ceremony.
Good. Now, I just wanted, before we get into the details of I should just give you an overview of what I'm hoping to get done today at the rehearsal. So thanks so much for coming. So I thought I wanted to check in with you about the ceremony tomorrow. We've talked about it on the phone.
I'm going to feel better after we've practiced.
And we're going to do a little run through, exactly. I also wanted to talk through some of the issues that we just talked about. So is there going to be any challenging guests and anyone with special needs, particularly disability needs? So I'll talk about that in a minute. I've got a bit of a list here of what to go through, so I'm going to stick to that so we don't miss anything as much as I can. I also want to touch on the witnesses and who they will be. We will do the walkthrough. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about Rose and her role in the wedding tomorrow, because she's a really important part of your lives, I know that, and how we balance her involvement and your joy for the day is critically important, because we've talked about this before. It is your day and Rose is very much part of your life, so we just need to balance that. So we will talk a little bit about that. And then we'll do a walkthrough of the ceremony. And right up at the top, we do have some paperwork to fill out. So we're going to fill out, first of all, before we do the walkthrough, we're going to fill out some of the paperwork and go through the paperwork that we'll be signing on the day, so that you're all ready and you know exactly where to sign. All right. So does anything else that you want to talk about in the rehearsal today?
Well, she'll probably make plans for my cousin Richard, who doesn't have any legs or any arms as well. So it's been quite fun of wheeling him in.
Right. Okay.
Clever they could do that for us.
Has he got
he was called Paul.
has he got a carer?
He does have a carer.
And
yeah.
he'll be in a wheelchair?
He'll be in I presume a wheelchair or a skateboard or something.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have been and scoped out Marley Pavilion where you're getting married, and there is a concrete path, fortunately, right up to the spot where you're getting married. So let's make sure that he arrives a little early. Are you able to contact
Is it a steep
us?
incline?
It's not actually.
Yeah.
It's
Make sure
very.
those brakes are working because man, he's got nothing.
Yes.
He's
got his-
careering down that hill.
Got his carer.
He's got his
got a
carer.
He does have his
Support.
carer.
And
yes.
there are brakes on the handle.
Oh yeah.
I think you don't. I think that's one thing that you don't need to worry about is the groom, that your family and the rest of the party's going to look after for you.
My worries. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm worried about Rose and.
Okay, let's touch on
Yes.
Rose. So at the moment we've got Rose coming up, walking before you as a flower girl. She said she's got a fever. Are you still comfortable for her to do that tomorrow?
Yeah, but she has a tendency to have tantrums when she's got a fever, so I'm just really hoping that she doesn't. That she wants to walk down the aisle. What happens if she just
Baby
Gets-
Valium?
Well, Grandma,
Yes.
may I propose that you're in charge of Rose?
Oh,
Chloe
heavens
has
above.
said that you are just such great friends.
Yeah, she loves you, She loves you, Mum.
I
She
love
really
her
loves
sometimes.
you. Maybe it's the Valium you give her, but
Sorry,
she loves
darling.
you.
Sorry, darling. No, actually, it's the whiskey. But
Yeah.
joking aside, yes, of course.
Great,
Of course.
great. How does that make you feel, Chloe?
Yeah, much better.
Great.
Really?
Yeah, much better.
You're so kind.
Because she loves you, she's going to do what you say, so it's going to be
That'll
fine.
be a first.
No, well, she does. I don't know, she does.
Tell you
I'll
what,
tell
no
you-
sugar. No sugar for
Okay.
breakfast, okay?
Okay.
No sugar.
And then she can have a tantrum early.
And do
Okay.
you have a little gift for her at the end? So particularly when you're exchanging rings, it's
She
sometimes
might want
I've
one.
seen it
I didn't
before.
think of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thanks, Mum. Yeah.
You've
Yes, it's
gorgeous.
sorted.
You've got her a
Yeah.
little gift.
Okay, good.
That's really special.
Yeah.
And of course she's got her gorgeous dress that you've chosen together and her
she's
flowers.
so excited about wearing the dress. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now one of the things that's really, they can often you think you've trained them to walk slowly, but they'll jog down that aisle. So could you just remind Rose to walk very slowly? I'd even encourage you to do a little practice run. I know she couldn't be here today.
With all
Well-
that Valium, I don't think she'll be walking very fast. will she?
I told her that she needs to pick 6 different colours before she can take a step. So she
Oh.
has to take a step, pick 6 colours.
Chloe, what a
Take a
clever
step.
idea.
Pick 6 colours.
Where were you when I had little kids?
Maybe 3 colours. And
3?
she can pick the same 3 each time. Otherwise, she's never going to get to the end of the aisle.
Well, she's pretty quick at it. Because it's a game that we always play.
Okay.
So she knows the game.
Okay. Well, I'll have a practice with her later, though, if she can stand up.
Yeah. Sometimes when she's about to have a meltdown, I say to her, quick, find 6 colours, and it just stops her from,
That's clever.
Now I've got this paperwork and I'm just thinking in a minute I'm going to show you we're just going to do a little bit of a run through on the signing. So I think we will leave the signing until we're at the table. Just wanted to do a few sort of really superficial things but really important. So you said that you were really happy with me coming casually and so I've actually worn what I was proposing to wear.
yeah.
That's
I love
okay?
it.
Yeah.
That's
Great.
what you're going to wear. Excellent.
That's right. And you wanted blue card for
Yeah.
your presentation
Oh,
folders.
and the ribbon. I like that touch.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Lovely.
you did say you've got the
Yeah.
bronze going on,
Yeah.
so
Perfect.
that's our wedding ceremony, and we've got your vows in there to read, which we'll do a run through in a
yeah.
minute.
Lovely keepsake as well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. All right, so we will take a little bit of time at the end to run through the paperwork. Before we move on to the run through, there's a couple of people with disabilities, and I just sort of moved on quickly. Is there anyone else with any access issues, disabilities, or apart from your Uncle Bob?
Oh,
Uncle Dick.
yeah. There's Rose's best friend who's got autism. So he might occasionally just go,
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, is there anything that I need to do? Just
Ignore him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not very much
Yeah.
I can do.
No.
No.
There's nothing that you
Okay.
can do, but just be aware. Don't let it frighten you because
Yeah.
All right.
So just
that will
pause.
look terrible in the
maybe.
video.
But,
You know,
yeah.
if you get frightened by his screaming. So just
Okay.
be aware that might
Thank you.
happen on occasions.
And maybe actually leave a gap of a couple of seconds before going on, so we can actually edit him out of the video.
Yeah. And repeat what you said before
Okay.
Oh,
just one more time. Well, then it's editable. You know.
It's
So
good.
just in
Oh,
case
okay,
you know what I mean.
okay.
Yeah.
I can do that for some elements of the ceremony, but for some elements I won't be able to do that.
Okay.
Just for the legal.
Oh, whatever. I don't
Yeah.
mind. It's Rose's
Yeah.
best
It'll be
friend.
all right.
He's
As
got
long- as long
autism.
as
He's got
there's
autism. We can't hide it. Let's not edit it out. You know, we don't want to edit out
He
autism.
doesn't
from
normally
people's
shout
lives, you know,
over,
so-
does he? He shouts in gaps.
Yeah.
So it should be okay.
Yeah, and he usually.
Not to worry
I'm
about
thinking
that.
though. Thank you for letting me know about that. Phil, a few of your relatives are coming from Singapore. So, are we going to have any language issues?
No, they're all quite fluent in English, so
Okay.
there shouldn't be any issues.
I mean,
Should be pretty
obviously, I'll take
Yeah.
my time to
good. Yeah, if
speak
you
a
just
little more
talk a little
slowly
bit
and
slowly, yeah,
emphasise my diction, perhaps.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, they should be able to catch it, so they should be all
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Okay. And Chloe, I mean, of course, is there any?
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, actually, Isabel, my best friend, she's just married a Frenchman.
Ah.
So, and they
French.
speak French fluently together. Usually, they live in France. So she's coming over for the wedding. So I don't really care about him. If you don't understand, it's not like a family member or anything.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's more like socially, it might be a bit challenging at the reception, but
Oh,
just a note. Yep, he'll be there.
lovely. A very multicultural wedding. How lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What if it rains though?
Yeah.
Well, that's why we're at the Marley Pavilion.
Oh.
So we've got the gazebo right next door.
Oh,
So it's
lovely.
undercover.
But walking. I'm just walking in. Do we have umbrellas or do
Well-
we organise anything for that?
Well, Isabel's onto all of that stuff.
She is good.
She's
Oh,
the maid of honour, so
fantastic. Great.
she's thought of all of those extra things.
Great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And the invitation said sensible shoes, so
Yeah.
we've got that covered. That's a good.
Yes, we're not anti-Kathy's idea of sensible shoes is.
Well, let's let
I
her
think
sink
that
into
we
the
could
grass, shall we?
Actually, she might just
Sorry.
get stuck.
Sorry. Yeah, that'd be fine by
I
me.
think we could probably do a little bit of a run through now and make sure that you. Is there anything that you've thought about and you've gone, okay, I want something radically different or even a bit different in the ceremony, or shall we run through the ceremony that we've designed together and see
Well, are we
how-
keeping the design of our, I want my mum to walk me down the aisle with my
Yep.
dad. That's what's happening.
Yep,
Yep.
absolutely.
And that's what you wanted as well.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
All
pretty
right.
important
Let's-
that we're on either side of her, 'cause otherwise I might kill him.
Yeah.
Oh
I need to
dear.
walk between them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not very happy about this particular idea, but never mind.
It's all right, Mum. It's what I wanted. It's my wedding, so you're just gonna have to suck it.
All right.
Yes, I know.
I propose that we stand up and get ourselves moving a little bit and do a bit of a run through and a bit of a practice. Get our.
Okay.
So, at the wedding, you will, as you said, walk up with.
So we'll need a bit
your-
of width because there'll be three of us abreast.
Yeah.
So you'll walk from one end, and first, actually, Phil,
Yeah.
you'll be escorted by your mum and dad up first.
Okay.
And then you'll stand there, and you and your husband will go and sit in the front row.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Then-
front row.
In the front row, and then you will be escorted by your parents up the aisle. The aisle.
Are you okay sitting next to Dad the whole way through in the front row? You might have to sit either
Can't
side.
I sit
Yeah.
with your husband?
Yeah.
Certainly,
You can
that's
sit either
fine.
side.
Let's do a
Yeah.
swapsies. Because
Yeah.
seriously, I can't bear being near it.
And you'll have remember that Rose has walked up first.
Don't make it an issue, Mum.
Rose will have walked up first, so she'll be sitting on your knee.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be good. I promise.
Thanks.
So
Did you hear that? Rose is
once-
going to sit on your knee. Yeah.
so then
Got her.
we'll have
Thanks.
bride and groom, and I'll be standing
Not
to the
really.
side of the bride and groom. So the Chloe and Phil will be standing next to each other, and then I'll introduce myself. We'll do the Noongar welcome before anything,
That's
as
good.
requested.
Yeah.
Then I do the I welcome you all here bit. We're welcoming Jane and Edward from Singapore, Phil's Auntie Nina, etc., etc. So making special mention of all your family that've come over.
And Isabel.
Yep, Etta, Ivy and Max from Africa.
Yeah.
Then the other bit that you know about how much you love each other. You've seen this, so you're very happy with it, I know. But is there any changes? You've had a read through of it last night?
No, I'm good with it. I did edit it a couple of times, but threw the edits away, so it's fine.
All right.
I've gone back to the original.
And then, so I do my introductory piece, and then Saskia comes up and does the reading, which is really brief, but so meaningful to you. The Game of Thrones quote.
Yeah.
You're the moon of my life. That's all I know, and all I need to know, and I will kill the one who tries to wake me.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then we go in.
Over and over again.
We're just addicted to it. We're just watching
yeah.
it.
I want to know what game it was. You know that
She just loves all the blood and gore. I just don't understand it. And all the raping and pillaging is her favourite. So yeah, that's how we get down.
Yeah. And then we
More than I needed to know. Seriously.
we move into the
This is my daughter too.
solemnizing the wedding. Now, I just want to go slowly through this because this is really important. This is your starring role in the wedding. So I will be saying, before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. And then the next line is, this is one you need to remember, paying attention because you'll be all very nervous tomorrow. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. And then I say, do you feel take Chloe, will you love, cherish, respect and honour her, standing by her in good times and in bad for the rest of your life together? And that's when you say, I will. And then you say, then I say to you, do you, Chloe, take Phil to be your husband? Will you love, cherish, respect and honour him, standing by him in good times and in bad for the rest of your life together? And then you say, I will. So remember, for the rest of your life together, and then it's the I will.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Beauty.
That's the whole point.
And
That bit, can't forget that.
I thought it was the party.
Death do us part kind of bit. Yeah.
And then we have a little section about before I'll just introduce the you saying your personalised vows, and then you say your personalised vows, at which point I will hand you your personalised vows to read.
I thought we discussed doing that first before. That
We
bit.
did, but we did discuss that.
Now, was there a legal reason why we couldn't do that? What was
No, I think it was just one of those toing and froing, and we thought that you would end on this kind of more meaningful
Okay.
Nice one.
Yeah.
statement,
Yeah.
because this is the last bit. So you
Are
want.
you happy with that?
Well, I think that's
Are you sure?
All
Because
right.
we can easily shift it back up.
Well, we
It's
could
not a
if you
problem.
want, but I don't know. I think possibly having it at the end is more significant, I suppose.
So that's where Phil, I will pass you this, and you can hold it. You probably will be holding hands,
Yeah. Thanks. We do that quite a lot, as you can see.
and then
Yep.
I will hand you that, and you will read it, and I will hold the microphone for you,
There's me, Phil. Yeah.
and you will say that, and then you will hand it back. Then
Okay, and that's my turn. Okay.
and
then
then you hand it back to me,
That's you. Yeah.
and then I hand it to you.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
That's important.
And perhaps at that point in time, you can give your rose
to
to
Isabel. Yeah.
Rose.
Oh, to Rose, to my daughter.
Rose is going to be sitting
Sitting
on my
with
knee.
you, yeah.
Do we send her up? What about the rings then?
So, did you? Yes, the rings.
Who's
Good
bringing up
point.
the rings?
I thought that we had discussed that Rose would bring them up.
Yeah.
Now, given that she's a little bit sick,
Mm.
do you think it might be a bit more prudent, perhaps, to get mums to give you the rings?
Well, Mum's going to be sitting down with Rose because if she needs to sit, she's
She
going to
can
be sitting with Rose.
always
But
sit-
Isabel's
she can
the maid
always
of
sit
honour,
on,
so
His knee
Yeah.
if she needs to.
yeah. Well,
Granddad's.
that's true. But Isabel is a maid of honour, so.
Yes.
But okay, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that because she does adore her
Well,
granddad
because
as
then
well.
we can rehearse that. Because then, if Rose is really well tomorrow, then she can do it. But then you've got the fallback plan if she isn't.
All right. So at the moment, just to be clear, so at the moment, are you going to bring the ring up?
Yes.
Great. And you're going to bring the ring up?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
And
My
then,
honour.
so, and then, then I will give you the. So let's just go back and do that again with the rings. That's a really good point. All right. So, pretend you've got a ring. Okay. So then I say, before Chloe and Phil make their personalised vows, blah blah blah, and then Phil, you're going to make your vows. I give you this.
Yep.
I'm doing this, and then you finish reading that. Say
Yep.
lawful wedded husband.
Yep.
And hand it back to me. You step
And I'll
up,
come up, pass you the ring, and you can place it on.
and then you place it on a finger.
Ah, brilliant. Okay, what a lovely way of doing it.
Then step, beautiful. Then Phil, you step back. Then I hand this to you. You do your reading. Blah 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 blah. I step back. You hand me that. Take the ring. Turn to her. Look each other in the eyes. Perfect. And then
I reckon you should take your other rings off.
I should
before
probably do,
tomorrow,
yeah.
So it
For
means
tomorrow,
more.
yeah.
You can put them back on again after.
You have
Yeah.
to get the bolt cutters out.
now I need a decision here because at this stage in our original formation we had you may now kiss, but I'm wondering whether you hold the kiss off until after the signing, or would you like to kiss there?
Well, the signing's not really that important to it.
Yeah, you're not legally
It's not.
married until you sign though, are you?
That's true.
I think you should hold off on it.
Can we do 2 kisses?
Doesn't have the same
True
impact.
practice.
Okay, fine. We'll do it after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we
So-
practice
You're
one now?
right. Mum's
And
right.
then so then
Practice, yeah.
Practice one now?
Mum's always right. Oi,
so then
concentrate.
so then in the,
Sorry.
the next bit of the wedding is
Oh no, it's gorgeous.
you will walk through the ceremonial archway as discussed. So you will walk back down the aisle through the ceremonial archway,
Okay.
around the corner, down the steps around Marley Pavilion, and back to the signing table. And once you're at the signing table, I've actually set one up here just so you can
Perfect.
see.
Yeah.
I'll have Chloe and Phil seated the whole time.
Mhm.
We will have the documents on the table. Chloe, you will do the signing. Come and have a look at the paperwork so you know where to sign. So there'll be 3 documents for you to sign. This one, the Declaration of No Legal Impediment to Marriage, we're going to get you to sign that today before you go,
We're going to be released.
because that actually needs to be done before the wedding tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
But tomorrow you will be signing. Chloe, you will sign here. Sorry. Party 2 here. Party 2 here. And then you will sign here.
Okay.
Okay? You'll finish the signing. You'll remain seated. Phil, you'll be sitting right next to your beautiful wife, and you will do the same,
Gotcha.
but in different spots, obviously. 1, 2, 3. Now, my lovely mothers, once these 2 beautiful couple, people, lovely creatures have done their signing, I will invite Jane up. Jane, you will come up and to that side of the table.
Let's see which one's it.
I think, and then you will do your signing of all 3 documents, and then you will go and sit down. So
where
you,
it says here signatories, and then you've got witness, do you like print and sign?
no,
or?
just
Oh,
your
that's the witness
signature.
signature. Okay, so just the signature. So
Yep. So these 2 places
Chloe and
will
Phil
be,
would have signed there
Yep.
and there. Okay.
and then you will sign.
Lovely.
In fact, I would like you to sign these ones first. So Jane, you sign here.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, understand.
Sorry,
Yes,
you're
I
Lizzie.
signed- I'm
You're Elizabeth. You're Elizabeth, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
Jane.
Jane.
You sign here. You sign here, and then you sign here.
Okay. Useful.
Do you want to come and have a look, Liz?
Will I come over that side?
So then you sit down. Let's
You
just do
come-
it for the sake of
Okay.
it. And then you come over to this side.
Yeah.
And then you sign here, Yep.
Here.
here,
Here.
and here.
Here is a witness.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you.
So that's the signing. And when that's done, I'll sign my bits. And then you two will stand up, walk to the front. Everyone will still be there, holding hands, I suspect. And then I will say my last bit, which let's make sure we've got it so that you can know. I will say then, it is my honour and privilege to declare you, Chloe and Phil, to be husband and wife. Remember this, and we'll do that bit there. Then I will say, you may now kiss, and then you will kiss. And then I will say to your guests, I now am delighted to present to you Mr. and Mrs. E. And then you will walk off.
Danke.
All right, guys.
Feels good. Yeah.
Is there any other questions? I think we have.
No, I reckon we've covered it.
We have covered it.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's really good. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah,
Alison. Thanks for running
My
through it.
pleasure.
Do you feel
Now,
better now,
Much better.
darling?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
before you go, I'm going to make sure that you've signed that document, so
Okay.
it's all ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
You get a good night's sleep tonight.
Yeah, I
Look
will.
after your girl, Rose. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Looking forward to it.
Yes,
It's going to be
a great
wonderful.
day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're the perfect
Oh, we'll
person
be
for
there.
the job.
We'll be there. What, quarter of an hour before or something?
I'll be there half an hour
Half
early.
an hour.
Mm.
Okay, lovely.
I'll be there.
Great.
You'll be able to find me because
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
wearing the same thing.
Okay. Good.
Maybe text me and let me know when you've arrived. I'll give you my number.
I can do that.
Beautiful.
I
Thank you
can
so
do
much.
that.
Because obviously we'll be in the bridal party, so.
Fabulous. And you've got my numbers if there's anything at all.
Okay.
Anything at all. You ring me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you.
Or text, whatever it is. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye.